Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talks. The Yankees pick up the win as they defeat the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 6-4. And Christian, don't blink your eyes here, but the Yankees have won 7 of 8. The Yankees have won 7 of 8 games. They're rolling right now. They're climbing up through the standings. Giancarlo Stanton, I mean, this guy is the man of the hour, star of the show. It didn't look like it was going to be him originally because it didn't look like we were going to see him during the game. And then Bednar blew the save. And then here we go. He's thrusted into the game. Cam Schlittler looked like he was going to be MVP of the game. He still might be MVP of the game. He was phenomenal tonight, and we'll talk about him. But Giancarlo Stanton goes a lot deeper than just what he did today. He's been an absolute monster for the Yankees this season. He stepped up when they really needed him. And Christian, it was always like kind of a very small critique on Giancarlo Stanton that he wasn't a great pinch hitter in his career, which makes sense because he was, always a starter. The guy's close to being a Hall of Fame player. So it's not like he was ever really in any sort of bench or role player scenario, but he was really not a great pinch hitter. That is totally turned around this season for Stanton. In 2025, he's 4 for 7 with 2 home runs as a pinch hitter. That's been amazing. He's accepted and embraced the kind of unique scenario he's in this season. And he's really come through. And he's out there in the outfield. He's doing whatever it takes for the Yankees to win ball games. And like we saw in the playoffs last season, we're seeing it through the stretch right now. He's putting the Yankees on his back, and there's a lot of other contributors. The Yankees have been playing great, and we get that. But this guy is doing everything possible he can to put the Yankees in the best position to win ball games, and you gotta love it. And I brought his jersey down right here. A little bit of a tribute. Number 27, baby. Wait, let me get it in
New
frame.
away jersey.
No, it's actually the Field of Dreams one, Christian.
Oh, I was gonna say it looked odd because I saw the no outline on the
Yeah,
numbers.
num- number 27. So yeah, Christian, how are you doing?
I'm happy. I'm very happy. I think we're all feeling good. This is a best case scenario probably going into the Red Sox series. If we were to talk about this a week ago, really good win. I mean, the Yankees pretty much just dominated the Rays. It was
Yeah,
five
Fort.
guys in 2 games having multi home runs. I mean
Yeah,
that
Christian,
is crazy.
14 home runs in a two-game, not a two-game series, but in 14 home runs between 2 games is tied for the most home runs hit in a two-game stretch in Major League history. They're the only team in Major League history to hit 9 home runs in a season twice. They became the first team to do that the other night. Unbelievable. I mean, how many guys are leaving the yard right now? You love to see it.
Yeah, the Stanton one, huge, just absolutely huge. The thing I'll just get out of the way, Ryan, right now because I mean I think there's a lot of positives that we can talk about. We can talk about Cam Schlittler, but I'm gonna just get it off my chest. I Devin Williams had no business being in that game, and
Yeah.
and I'm saying this because I'm not just being results oriented and if he blew it I was going to say something, if he didn't I wasn't. No, I'm going to just say it. He shouldn't have been pitching. And I mean we said this, we were talking about this 2 weeks ago when he got demoted out of pitching in high leverage situations. He can't go back because he already did this
Yeah.
once in the season where they took him out, he built himself back up, and then he got thrown into the fire and he just didn't perform. So I'm pretty hot about that, Ryan. I don't know what his function is on the team. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
didn't have to
I mean,
release him
look,
if you were gonna keep him in sixth inning earlier or when you're down, but they're not gonna
yeah.
do that. They're gonna get him
Yeah.
in opportunities. They trust his stuff, and I don't.
Yeah. I mean, the whole putting him in low leverage spots. for the rest of the season, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it's worked so far, but then why are you even going to have him on your postseason
Yeah,
roster if the only chance you feel comfortable putting him in a game is when the game is completely out of hand? I would rather have a guy like De Los Santos or Hedrick, who I know just went on the IL, up in a big spot. I actually got to be honest with you. I really thought, I don't think anymore because the Yankees have had some injuries in the bullpen. Loizaga had a setback. Hedrick went on the IL, so I don't think it's going to happen now. But I really did think there was a very strong possibility that Devin Williams was not going to be on the Yankees roster come September, or not be on the Yankees playoff roster come October, because it just I don't see what value he brings.
yep.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. I think Matt Blake was asked about it like a week or so ago, on the possibility of the Yankees maybe I don't want to say getting rid of Devin Williams, or maybe having him all yeah, I basically getting rid of him because all these new players were coming in. And he said it's something the Yankees haven't thought about. It's something they should think about now. I don't know what you're gonna do. I give him credit for not letting the wheels fall off there. He did hunker down, give the back-to-back hits, single and a double. Not what you wanted to see, but then what? He picked up 3 consecutive strikeouts. So he didn't let it get away from him, and I give him credit for that. Because if he did, that I think Yankee fans
I
would
know, but
be.
Ryan, it's almost getting to the point where I'm like DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Hicks level, where good things almost feel like bad things with him. And obviously, I want the Yankees to win this game, but now did he just buy himself 3 more high leverage outings? I just I think the Yankees are being a little bit too blind here, and they're kind of just looking at it and saying that he has great stuff, we're trusting it, and they're kind of just ignoring the fact that it is so obvious there is something mental going on with him. His
Yeah,
fastball, it's right down the middle.
yeah,
I don't
no,
know,
yeah,
but
no,
they won.
yeah. They did win. Huge win. 7 of 8. But Christian, the big test is coming up. I know the Red Sox haven't been playing great lately, but you beat up on the Twins, the Cardinals, and the Rays. All three of those teams are under 500. So, it's time you play a contender. It's time you play a team that's right in the thick of things, and that team is the Boston Red Sox. I think the Yankees are the Yankees are what, a game up on the Red Sox. So,
Yep.
I mean, it's gonna be a huge series, electric series coming up in the Bronx. I gotta be honest, I'm really excited. I think we're gonna see like what the Yankees are all about here coming up. There's been a lot of talk and criticism this year about the team being soft and folding down in those big moments. This is a golden opportunity for this team to step up, get the fans back on the bandwagon, get the fans back on the ship, and make these fans start believing in this team again. And if the Yankees go out there and have a really solid series at home, and they play clean, and they do the little things correctly, and they play like they've been playing over this 8-game stretch, wow. I mean, that's really going to have a lot of people buy in, and I'm going to get even more excited. I think this is it. This is a huge test. If the Yankees roll over and die in this series, then I think you're just going to be like, all right, beating up on bad teams. But I think this is it coming up. And I think it's going to be must see TV, going to be the talk of baseball here over the weekend. The probables for the series Thursday, we got Luis Hill going up against Lucas Giolito. And then Friday, we have Max Fried versus Brian Bello. And then Saturday, Will Warren versus Garrett Crochet, the Red Sox ace. And then Sunday, Carlos Rodon versus newly acquired Dustin May for the Red Sox. So, yeah, going to be real fun for sure.
Uh, yeah, I just want to stay on this game a little bit more. I thought Cam Schlittler was amazing. He was amazing, but
Yeah.
I I'm pretty confident in him starting a playoff game right now, and that makes me excited because the rotation is the biggest thing that I'm looking at in the playoffs, and I'm like, oh well, I don't know. I mean, obviously Freed's had a lot of struggles, Rodon some up and downs, but overall consistent. But we still need that three, and depending on how far we make it, the four. Dude, he's good, and his stuff is electric. I did the
Yeah.
post comparing him and Cole, and we don't have to do that whole stupid thing. You know, it's what we did with Volpe to Jeter, but his stuff did remind me of Cole. It's just electric. It's that quality that certain pitchers have. Severino had it. Where just late in innings, they can just dial it up, the fastball,
Yeah.
and they just give a little extra on the mound, and you can visually see it. And he made some pitches in that seventh inning that I thought were just phenomenal. And I know
Yeah.
he didn't get through it, and that sucked. He was so close, but that cutter or slider to, I think it might have been Yandy. It blew me away, Ryan.
Yeah.
His stuff's legit. I'm so excited to watch him pitch for
Yeah.
this year and the next coming years.
Yeah, you text in our group chat. He's been getting better and better each start. That's certainly true. I mean, 6 perfect innings is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, the Rays got some hitters that can do some real damage in their lineup. Yandy Diaz, Caminero. So, throwing 6 perfect innings is really impressive. Cam Schittler became the first Yankee starting pitcher to throw 6 perfect innings since Fritz Peterson on July 4th, 1966. So that's a cool stat there via Katie Sharp. But yeah, Schlittler's looked really good. Like you touched on that fastball. Having an overpowering fastball like that really simplifies your approach with 2 strikes or late in count. You just say, here it is, dial it up. I think that's going to be big for him. And as the secondary pitches, like the curveball, that was really, really good tonight, and the slider, as those start to develop a little bit more, you could really have a special pitcher on your hands. When he came up, Christian, and he made his, big league debut versus the Mariners, I could tell it early on instantly. I was like, "Whoa, this kid has some unreal stuff." I think he threw a 90-mile-an-hour slider or something. I was like, "Whoa." So, having a young starting pitcher with this kind of talent is certainly definitely exciting. Certainly something to get excited about. I think the Yankees got a lot of young arms brewing in that system. Rodriguez Cruz, who's looked really good, who they got in the Narvaez deal. Ben Hess down there. So, they got a lot of guys that are on the come up here. And, I'm excited to see what happens. I'm certainly loving what I'm seeing from Cam Schlittler. And Will Warren, another young pitcher, has
Well,
really found his groove.
yeah, but not that I'm like totally down on Will Warren. I don't know if I'm pitching though. I don't know if I trust him in a playoff game. I don't
Well,
know if
no,
I don't know if that's fair or
I'm
not,
not
but
talking about that. I'm just saying in terms. I mean, he's really found his groove in the last month or so.
you
I'm
would
just
take
saying.
Schlittler over Warren in a
I don't
start
know.
right
I
now.
mean, it's. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a. I don't know. I don't feel like that's a great question because you got a little
Well,
over a month
I was
left, and
saying
that's
now. My point is, I don't know if it's fair or not, but I'm just scarred from some of Warren's starts, and I know some people are doing the like, if you take those starts out, it's actually really good. But what the Blue Jays, the Dodgers, and I think there was one other, like those were some of his biggest starts. So that does weigh a little bit heavy on me. I'm not totally judging him just for that, but in terms of starting a playoff game, I just feel so confident in Schlittler. Maybe too confident. I'm seeing a lot of people pretty down on the Yankees bullpen right now and a little concerned. I'm really not. I already did my spiel on why Devin Williams shouldn't have been in the game, but look, Bednar, I was shocked when that guy touched that fastball. I mean, he whiffed right through the one before it that was right down the middle. He had like a 400 OPS and then somehow gets on top of a fastball for I think his first extra base hit of the season. So that's unfortunate. Weaver gives up a home run. I really don't think it's anything to get too concerned about though. And still Bednar bounced back, got us through the inning. And I also I like how Bednar attacks on the mound. I feel correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's such a different vibe and presence that he brings on the mound. Where even if he's going to get beat, he's going to get beat with his best stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but he brings a lot of intensity on the mound. I mean, you see how amped up he gets after a big strikeout or the game's over. He leaves it all on the man. You can really tell that he gives it 110% every time he goes out there,
And it's not always going
which
to
you got
work.
to.
I mean, that's baseball. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he outside the this was I think the first runs he gave up since his first outing in Miami.
Yeah, Miami doesn't even count because he doesn't pitch there. So I'm
Yeah, I
really
mean,
not worried at all, to be
he had
honest.
I think he had 12 strikeouts and six. I posted a little graphic there. I think it was like his up until today, last six and a third innings, 12 strikeouts, something like that. Maybe it was a little before, but he had a ton of strikeouts in like 6 innings. So he's certainly been solid as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about this lineup right now. I mean, these guys mash. Austin Wells with a couple
Yeah,
homers.
I
Maybe
turn
maybe
that
that could
into
get
something. That would be huge.
maybe that could get Wells going. Another guy who's been phenomenal, who believe it or not hit 2 home runs tonight, and I don't even think is going to get the star of the show, but Trent Grisham, another home run for Trent Grisham. He homered in the first game of the series too. I mean, what more can you say about Trent Grisham in a walk year? About to be a free agent. This guy's about to get paid. I mean, I know it's like a real breakout year for him, but especially with the defense that he brings,
Yeah.
he's been awesome for the Yankees, and sort of a player that the Yankees got in the Soto deal. And maybe they were thinking, he could play great defense. Who knows? Maybe the Yankees thought he could turn into something like this, but he's really been a great addition for this team. And I think when you look at the Soto deal, you can't even view him at all as a throw. And he's been a legitimate, really, really, really good player for the Yankees. Been elite defender. He's now found a rhythm, and it looks like he's probably going to be the Yankees leadoff hitter for a long time going forward for the rest of the season. I don't see why you would move him out of there. Yeah, I mean, he's been awesome for the Yankees, and he's just been a joy to watch him and Giancarlo Stanton. It seems like when a big moment comes for this team, you want either Stanton or Grisham at the plate. Like those are the
Yeah.
two clutches guys. It's been awesome to just watch him play. And his I think I said this on a live, Christian. I said it on a live. I think it was like maybe we did a show back in May. Like the calmness that he brings at the plate is disturbing. It really is disturbing how calm he is in the big moments. Um, yeah, he's been awesome to watch, no doubt.
And I think a lot of the noise that not a lot of noise, but there's conversations about why Alex Verdugo got 400 more plate appearances than Grisham last year when they were pretty similar. Obviously Grisham's having a much better season this year, but they were pretty similar defensively and offensively last year. So, we got him now. That's what matters. What did Dominguez do this series? I'm trying to think cuz he didn't
I think
start yesterday, right?
yeah, he definitely got some hits.
And then yeah,
Definitely
I
got a
remember
hit.
he had a nice oppo hit today. So he's in a really weird boat right now.
Yeah,
Especially
I mean,
once Judge comes or starts throwing in the outfield, it's he's gonna struggle to
Yeah,
find playing
don't
time.
ask Boone. I don't know when that's going to happen for Judge. No timetable on when he's going to start playing the outfield again. There was that whole thing yesterday. Aaron Boone said he's probably not going to be the same for the rest of the season, which is just a stupid thing to say. First off, and Mark Chaplin, the one of the main or the bleacher creature guy at Yankee Stadium, he basically like said this in our comments, like why would you even tell teams that? Like you're daring teams to run on Judge if you know his arm's not 100%. So even saying that is stupid. And you know, then Aaron Judge is like, I don't know why he said that. I think I'll be able to get back to 100%,
Yeah.
kind of going back at Boone. And then Judge was like, he hasn't seen me throw in 2 weeks, which again is also ridiculous because why are you not watching the superstar face the franchise player throw? So you mean to tell me you haven't seen him throw a ball in 2 weeks? I don't know what the hell you're doing then. I'm sorry. That's wrong. What are you doing? You can't watch the guy throw. That whole situation is bizarre. It's also totally unlike Judge to come out and say something like that. So that whole thing was really, really weird. Here's the quote again. I don't know why he said that. He hasn't seen me throw for the past 2 weeks, so I'm pretty confident I'll get back to 100%. So it looks like Judge thinks he is going to be back there in the outfield. Aaron Boone did say that he kind of walked it back a little bit. I don't know. The whole thing is weird. So we'll see what happens when we get Judge back in the outfield. The whole outfield scenario is kind of a little bit weird with Stanton's kind of mixing and matching, playing the outfield. This ballpark obviously is the same dimensions almost as Yankee Stadium, off by a couple feet, but you know he was able to play there. I think he might play tomorrow, um, in the outfield, but you certainly got to find a way to keep his bat in the lineup. And then, Jason Dominguez, just try to get at bats when you can. I thought he had a couple nice hits in the Cardinals series going the other way there. And, that's just kind of the role that it's in right now. Yankees are making a postseason push, and you got to play the guys that are hot. When you get Dominguez in there, you get him in there, and you hope he plays well, and that's something you reassess in the off season because it's August 20th right now.
Yeah, I agree. It's not the worst thing in the world if uh, your star prospect that was all hyped up and he comes up the first year and the spotlight's not completely on him and you're not relying on him to carry you to a World Series. So I actually think I think it could benefit him a lot from kind of being in the mix, but also not one of the guys that we're relying on. And then give him an off season and see what he can do next year. So
Yeah. I
it's a
also
good
think
dynamic. I honestly think
I also think that he's had some really good stretches this season. I think he needs to improve, make some adjustments
haven't seen
offensively.
power. No power.
Yeah, that's something you haven't seen. You haven't seen the power. We've seen guys before though that can be a pretty quick switch. I mean, he's 22 years old. I've seen a lot of good things from him this year. Definitely needs to improve and make some adjustments on both sides of the ball, but he hasn't been atrocious as we lose Christian there. Goes totally away from us. Just not a good look there by him, but we'll get him back. We'll get him back quickly. Aaron Judge, reading it on the ticker, has hit the 40 home run mark this season, which is really really cool. Christian, what's going on there?
There's a weird audio coming from my computer.
Really?
You know the background in the TikToks
Yeah.
that just started blasting. That
When?
music.
Just now?
Yeah, no, it wasn't on the stream. It was just in my ear.
Oh,
Anyways, sorry.
yeah. Um. So yeah, great stuff, and pretty amped for this Boston series here coming up. Check out the wild card standings right now. Pull that up for you guys
Yankees
so we
should
can
be
talk.
what, a game up on Boston.
Yeah, so the Yankees have the top wild card spot. They lead it by 2 games, and they're a half game up. No, they're a game up on the Red Sox, or no, game and a half up on the Red Sox. Yeah, and then 2 games up on Seattle.
I'm excited for this series.
And yeah, and the Red Sox and the Mariners 3-7 in their last 10 games, and the Yankees in their last 10 games 8-2. So they've really played well. And Cleveland, who was in it, has fallen 3-7 in their last 10, and the Royals have gotten hot, and they're 7-3 um in their last 10. And the Royals are, still they're only 2.5 out. So, the wild card could get pretty interesting down the stretch here. The Yankees, though, Christian, are only 4 games out of the division. So the division is still in play here, especially if the Yankees continue to play baseball, you know, don't have another June swoon or bad month here in September coming up. The Yankees should be in play to make a run at the AL East, which is what you want.
Yeah. You want to go to some voicemails?
Let's do it.
Do you have it up?
Yep.
You want to do the 732?
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on, guys? Just wanted to come in tonight, talk about this short 2-game series against Tampa here. I just love what the Yanks are doing offensively, man. Ever since that St. Louis series, we really stepped it up, and especially Stan. He's been real high as of late. Caballero is doing a lot for his small role. But yeah, I just want to talk some Yanks, baby. Let's go.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks
I do want to say that was. I love Caballero. I love everything about him, but he's got to be a little bit better there in that 10th inning. You cannot get thrown out.
Yeah. Followed us on Twitter.
So was that actually his account? Because I ended
Yes.
up looking at it, and he only had like 200 something followers, right?
Yeah, but who else would have Jose Caballero 26 as their name?
I think there's a good amount of people.
No, dude, that is him.
And also, he was following like over 1,000 people.
Yeah, maybe he's just a big Twitter guy.
I'd be pretty surprised. You want to go to the 201?
Is Jose Caballero from Panama?
It's possible. Let's see.
Well, it's in his bio.
Jose
Yeah, he's from
Caballero.
Panama. Yeah, he's from Panama, so that has to be him. Who would have Jose Caballero Panama in their bio?
Now I can't find him. Where is he?
Caballero doubled his home run total, multi-home run game yesterday against his former team. And he's, not only what he brings on the field, what he brings in the clubhouse too. He's really, really getting that attitude of a pest, a pesky player, a glue guy, a gritty player. You need those guys. You need those guys on a championship team, no doubt about it. You need a gritty player, and he's really being that. And I think the Yankees lucked out. He has control through till 2029. So, and he leads Major League Baseball stolen bases, 40 bags. So yeah, love it. I mean, love it for the old timers too. For 40 bags, the Yanks are fast again, guys. Put it on a t-shirt.
This is
So,
unless he was tweeting during the game, this is not his account.
maybe
Could
it's
be a sibling.
Maybe it's his brother.
I don't know.
Maybe it was.
Could be. All right, you want to go to 203 and then call it?
Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, you're live right now. I'm watching you guys do your call in. The question I have for you is, or both of you, is whether or not you think Devin Williams is someone that's going to be on the playoff roster. I think, as August comes to close and October starts pulling around the corner, do we really think that Devin Williams can be in the playoffs, and not even just in as a closer, obviously, but in any moment in the playoffs? We know how important those moments are. Is there any way that this guy is going to be in any playoff situation? I personally would never put him in any playoff situation. I think he would just give up bombs and take us out of that game immediately. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a good chance he might not be on the playoff roster. There's still, a little over a month left to play. He has 2-3 bad games, especially in a big moment. I mean, I don't see how you could have him on the playoff roster. So remains to be seen, but we also saw him in the low leverage situations. I think he had back-to-back games where he struck out the side. If he puts together a run like that, maybe the Yankees trend in the direction of having on the postseason roster. So it remains to be seen. If it started today, the playoffs would certainly be an interesting discussion. I think they would, but yeah, I mean, I have no idea. I think the Yankees are trying to get them right. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. Because I would, if we had the guys like Yarbrough and Cruz are coming back, but Hedrick just went on the IL, so they called up Alan Winans, so they'll option him for one of those guys, and they'll probably end up optioning De Los Santos, who I like. And then that fixed itself out because Loaiza also got injured again too. But who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Jake Bird, figure it out.
Yeah, he saw he's been getting roughed up in AAA.
Yes, I have seen. But I mean, there's a good chance he's down there working on stuff. So I don't. I'm
That's
still
true.
sticking with my take. I think he's gonna be pretty good. Might take him. Might be next year, but I think Yanks see something in him.
Yep. All right. Well, big series coming up. Yankees are leaving Tampa. Christian is going to Tampa, so
Just missed him. Yeah.
just missed them. I'll be right here though, holding down the fort here in the Bronx. I live in the Bronx, guys. I'm kidding, I don't. But
Basically.
that's gonna be all, and things about to ramp up even more. Huge series on the way. Huge series. Yankees, Red Sox down the stretch. Nothing more you could ask for.
Yeah, a good Boston series. Let's sweep them. Let's win a series.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Go Yanks.
Go Yanks. Peace. Woo! Woo!